Fingerprints, as unique patterns formed by ridges and furrows on the fingertips, have played a significant role in identification and forensic science for centuries. The history of fingerprinting is a testament to the ingenuity of humans in utilizing natural patterns for practical purposes. Let's explore the detailed history of fingerprinting. Ancient origins and early uses. The use of fingerprints for identification dates back thousands of years. Ancient civilizations, such as the Babylonians, Egyptians, and Chinese, used fingerprints as marks of identity on clay tablets and other documents. In ancient Babylon, fingerprints were used on clay tablets for business transactions. 18th century scientific observations. In the 18th century, various scientists and researchers began to document and study fingerprints as distinct patterns. In 1686, Marcello Malpighi, an Italian physician, observed the ridges and furrows of fingerprints. In the late 18th century, anatomist Johannes Evangelista Purkinje categorized fingerprint patterns, laying the groundwork for future classifications. William Herschel and colonial use. In the 19th century, British administrator Sir William James Herschel is often credited with the first recorded use of fingerprints for identity purposes. Herschel required Indian laborers to affix their handprints on contracts to prevent fraud. This marked one of the earliest systematic uses of fingerprints in official documents. Sir Francis Galton and classification. The 19th century English polymath Sir Francis Galton made significant contributions to the field of fingerprint analysis. He introduced the concept of classifying fingerprints into different patterns, such as loops, whorls, and arches. His work laid the foundation for modern fingerprint identification. Edward Henry and the Fingerprint Bureau. In the late 19th century, Sir Edward Henry, an English police official, developed a systematic method of classifying and identifying fingerprints. He introduced a system known as the Henry classification system, which categorized fingerprints based on ridge patterns. This system was adopted by police forces in England and other countries. Landmark cases and adoption. The first known use of fingerprint evidence in a criminal case occurred in Argentina in 1892, when Juan Vucetich used fingerprints to solve a murder case. This landmark case demonstrated the practical value of fingerprinting in criminal investigations. Fingerprinting gained further recognition when it was used to solve a high-profile case in the United Kingdom, known as the Fife case, in 1902. Modern fingerprinting and forensics. The 20th century saw widespread adoption of fingerprinting in law enforcement and forensic science. Fingerprint databases were established, and automated fingerprint identification systems, AFIS, were developed to expedite the identification process. Fingerprinting has since become an integral tool in criminal investigations, border control, and various other applications. The history of fingerprinting showcases how a natural and unique feature of human anatomy has been harnessed for the purposes of identification and forensic science. From ancient civilizations to modern technology-driven databases, fingerprints have proven to be an invaluable tool in solving crimes, establishing identities, and ensuring justice. The evolution of fingerprinting demonstrates the enduring significance of this method in the field of law enforcement and beyond.